Today we have both good and maybe sad news, as Takara Tomy has announced what is potentially the final Beyblade in all of Beyblade Burst. We have the announcement for the new Barricade Lucifer, which is rumored to be the final release, at least that we know about, because a ton of Burst BU releases were leaked months ago. For some reason, kind of ruined the hype. But this Bay packs in some pretty cool parts and the return of an old gimmick, so let's get right into it. Before we talk about it though, hit the like button, hit subscribe to join the Nuc Nation, and let's talk about our sponsor, Mall of Toys. If you guys are interested in picking up the brand new Lucifer, pre-orders are now live on Mall of Toys, and they now offer free shipping on all orders. And if you're not interested in Lucifer, they have a ton of other Beyblades for sale as well, including the Versus set, which is now back in stock. So definitely go and check them out before pre-orders are potentially out of stock. But now let's talk about Barricade Lucifer. So starting with the parts, we have the driver, which is Mobius bearing, or bearing Mobius. I'm definitely not surprised that we're getting this part. Mobius was the driver that was with Variant Lucifer all the way back in Sparking, and we also had Bearing Drift released not that long ago either, which I guess is kind of tearing up the Beyblade meta right now. I'm not really sure how good Mobius is in today's meta, but just slap a bearing on there and it's gotta be better, right? For the disc, we have Illegal. This is the same disc that came with Zest Achilles just a few months ago, and I talked about it being pretty solid. It's pretty round, but I don't really think it's the best BU disc or anything. But now we can move on to the more exciting pieces like the blade, which is Barricade. And this is a return of a not so much loved gimmick. The Lucifer lineup has always been very gimmicky to me, and so I'm not really the biggest fan of them. Variant Lucifer had the little pink spoon things that would pop out, and it made the Bay pretty bad. Technically, you could awaken it, which would make it better, but I think at the end of the day, it just wasn't a good gimmick at all. And then Lucifer the End had the limit break gimmick, and I don't really know how good it was or anything, but just gimmicky, bulky bays I'm just never a big fan of. The Barricade gimmick is very similar to Variant Lucifer in that whenever you launch the Bay, you have the pink little plastic things pop out. The pink pieces of plastic also look a lot thinner, so maybe it's going to be easier to awaken the Bay. And I like the shape of Barricade as well. It's kind of like a T shape, which I think could be pretty strong, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. And for the core, we don't really know that much yet. We assume there is metal on it because it looks like there's metal. In the last Lucifer we had, Lucifer the End, the chip had a little rubber cork on it, which kind of helped with burst resistance, so maybe that will come back as well. Although really, none of these bays burst anymore, so what's the point? So whenever you have the bay all put together, I am pretty excited for it. I'm still worried about that spoon gimmick thing because Variant was just so bad. But if they kind of tame it down a little bit and not have it be so crazy, it could be a pretty interesting end to all of Beyblade Burst, which is sad. Yes, we know that there might be some sort of Hasbro production coming, but for Takara Tomy, this could be the very final release. Typically, Burst releases end in February to make way for the new season in March, but because there is no anime to go off of, they don't need a January and February filler release. Those filler releases are typically like a lame random booster, and maybe just a random Beyblade not many people care about. And then we have the new exciting stuff in March. Hopefully we have something exciting in March. We know that there is going to be an announcement on March 21st of some sort, so maybe that'll leak ahead of time like everything does, and we'll know about if there's a new generation or not. But I've already talked a lot about a new generation, but what do you guys think of Barricade Lucifer? What do you think of Mobius bearing, or bearing Mobius, whatever you call it? What do you guys think? Hit the like button, hit subscribe to join the Nuc Nation, and go check out this bay on Mall of Toys before pre-orders are gone. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have fun and bay away.